Here we go, episode 91, Air Hug Community Podcast. Hello there and welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, this is the Air Hug Community Podcast and I am your host, Judy Arizosa. I am a midlife lady who is someone who loves to share stories from myself and special guests that reflect on just how midlife really goes, not how we think it should go. We talk about the good, the bad, the messy, the ugly, the wonderful, all the emotions. And this is a place where we actually can grow from our experiences. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Why is it that when we all want to start something new, it has to be like on a Monday or the first of the month or the first of the year? I don't know, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with starting on like the 3rd or the 4th or the 12th either. But for some reason, the first of something always seems like a great time to start over. But anyways, whenever you want to start is a great way to start. So today's chat is just me. No guest today. I did a little research. And also, I think sometimes we all need a little reminder of, we all know we have to stay active, to stay healthy in our life. But you know what? Today I want to talk about 12 awesome reasons to exercise that have nothing to do with weight loss. Because I think people often think of like, oh, I got to get moving because I don't like the way I look. But you know what? And it's great, of course, to keep moving. And it's great to want to improve your body composition for whatever your why happens to be. But you know what? There are like at least a dozen other reasons to stick to a consistent exercise routine that are going to make your life a lot better. And so I want to talk about them. But I'm going to do a little review of a post I wrote probably a couple years ago. And it went something like this. In my 20s, I worked out to have a better body. In my 30s, I worked out to de-stress and have a better body after giving childbirth. In my 40s, I worked out to make sure I had stronger bones. In my 50s, I worked out because I could. And in my 60s, I had to add this because when I wrote that, I wasn't in my 60s yet. But in my 60s, I work out because I want to improve my power and strength so that the quality of my life will get better. And also, I work out to protect my brain. So no matter what age you are, working out consistently gives us so much more than weight loss and six-pack abs. And there's a lot of things that people get wrong about the exercise benefits. So I want to dive into 12 awesome reasons for you to start picking up some weights and hauling them around and getting involved in a consistent exercise program. So number 1 is happiness. When we exercise, we release endorphins, which are hormones that actually reduce pain and boost pleasure. They create a great feeling of well-being and positivity. And I think you've probably also heard of people saying you get that endorphin high after a great workout. And sometimes at the beginning of the workout, I'll actually use that as my mantra. And even with with our small semi-private groups, I'm like, all right, listen, we're doing this for the endorphins for later, right? So stick with it, even if it's a day when we don't want to be there. But the other thing I love is that endorphins are actually a natural painkiller. So keep that in mind. Number 2, more energy. So physical activity, right, increases your heart rate and gets your blood flowing. So this means you're getting more oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, which means you have higher energy available, right? There's more energy for your muscles to do the things they need to do. So it seems odd, right, that expending more energy can actually give you more energy, but the truth is that science can back this up. Number 3, this is one of my current favorites. Consistent exercise can give you better quality sleep. So exercise can reduce stress and anxiety, and that alone allows you to feel more relaxed and stable, which is a perfect zone to be in to get better sleep. And also, while working out can raise your body temperature and make you feel more alert throughout the day, it can also help you fall asleep better when your internal temperature starts to dip back down. So, and if you exercise outside, another perk is that exposure to vitamin D can actually help to regulate your wake-sleep cycle, natural exposure, right, to sun, so that your body actually produces vitamin D in the way that it's supposed to. So I love that. Number 4, help fight depression. So research has proven that for mild or moderate cases of depression, exercise can be an effective treatment, because exercising increases your brain's sensitivity to serotonin and norepinephrine, and these are hormones, messengers, which actually help to ease the feelings of depression. So pump it up to feel better. Number 5, exercise. This one you've heard forever, but we're going to say it anyways. Exercise helps maintain strong muscles and bones. And you know, as we get older, we naturally lose muscle mass and function and strength and power. And so we want to keep at it to make sure that we have not only strength, but also power, so that if we are able to fall, or excuse me, if we're likely to fall, and that's definitely going to happen, at some point we're going to fall, we're going to be strong enough and coordinated enough to control our fall. So, once again, our exercise that we do consistently helps our bodies release hormones, right? And these hormones help our muscles absorb amino acids, and that actually boosts muscle growth. And that's why when we work to strengthen our muscles, it actually happens. So we know now, according to some studies, that if we start exercising when we're young, it actually helps build our bone density, which can help prevent osteoporosis as we age. But it's never too late to start. All right, number 6. This is another one that's commonly talked about, but we're going to glaze over it really quickly. Exercise reduces the risk of chronic disease. We know that consistent exercise helps with reducing your risk for type 2 diabetes and heart disease. It can help you if you have high blood pressure, and it can help you if you have high cholesterol. So, and think about how a lack of exercise can impact your health. A lack of exercise is related to significant belly fat, which we know is tough to lose, but more importantly, it's linked to high cholesterol, inflammation, heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. So there you have it. All right, number 7, exercise reduces pain. Yep, and we are talking about pain here associated with chronic low back pain, fibromyalgia, and other chronic painful conditions. Exercising has been shown to help reduce that pain. In fact, research shows that exercise can reduce, I am tongue-tied. You know it happens every time. Research shows that exercise can reduce the severity of pain as well as improve your physical function. So another reason to get after it. Here's one that I've become very aware of, and I think the older I get, the more I like this benefit, because exercising consistently boosts brain health. So it is definitely beneficial to exercise consistently to maintain your brain health. So it's great for everyone, and it's even more important for people who are at a risk for developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. So here's the thing. Movement promotes cardiovascular health, which improves blood flow to the brain and actually helps to reduce inflammation in the brain. It also stimulates the production of hormones. Here we go again. Exercise stimulates a lot of hormone production, but it stimulates the production of hormones that actually enhance the growth of brain cells. How awesome is that, right? There's another study out that suggests in older adults, exercise can also impact the hippocampus. I love that word, hippocampus. But that is the part of the brain that is important for memory and learning. And exercising consistently can actually help it grow. And so this may help to improve mental function. Got nothing to lose, right? I mean, you're going to sleep better and you might actually improve your memory. All right, here's another one that I really, really like. And I never really made the link to this until I read this. I don't want to be like braggy, but I get a lot of compliments on my skin. And I never really thought about it. I always said it was due to vegetables and water. But now I know it's in part due to exercise. So regular, moderate exercise has been shown to increase the antioxidants in our body. And these antioxidants actually help protect our cells from oxidative stress and free radicals. And these are two things that can damage our skin. So if we can protect our cells from oxidative stress and free radicals, we are much more likely to have nicer skin. Exercise increases our blood flow, so that actually helps with a lot of anti-aging effects. Isn't that awesome? I love it. All right. Number 10, exercise makes you feel more productive. You've heard this quote before. Objects in motion tend to stay in motion. So with that pump of endorphins that we talked about in number 1 with happiness, the rush of positivity and increased energy actually can help us to feel more productive on days that we exercise. So it just carries over into the rest of the day. Here's another one. Exercise improves sex life. Ooh, why not, right? So exercise can lead to a stronger heart, stronger muscles, and improved flexibility, all of which can benefit when it comes to your sex life. Research does show that postmenopausal women who exercise consistently have an increased sexual desire compared to those who don't. And also, exercise significantly improves erectile function in men. Woohoo! All right, number 12. Exercise helps you live longer. It's a fact, okay? Because exercise keeps your bones, your muscles, your joints healthy, it helps to contribute to lowering your cholesterol, improving your blood pressure, and protecting your mental health. All of these things together can add up to living longer better. And you've heard me say this so many times before. The goal, at least my goal, for myself and for others that I impact, is to live young as long as possible and die old. So die at an old age, having lived young for as long as possible. So let's talk about tips for being consistent with our exercise, okay? Because we all know we should do it, but there's ways that we can do it that will actually make us more consistent at it. And the more consistent we are at it and the more we enjoy it, the more likely we are to keep it up. So number 1, find a buddy, right? You are much less likely to ditch your workout if you know you're meeting a friend at the gym. And if you don't have any friends that exercise, get new friends. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe you can convince them. But it's really interesting what happens when people exercise in a small group. There's a certain accountability thing. And there is also a certain thing about like wanting to show up for yourself and for others. And this is the primary reason that I have switched from actually training women one-on-one to semi-private small groups. The benefits that I've seen over the last dozen years in our small groups have been tremendous compared to one-on-one. I mean, one-on-one is fine, but I really don't recommend it because what I see is that the people who are in these semi-private group sessions tend to stick around longer, they check up on others, they help each other, and they actually motivate each other. So find a buddy, do it together. Number 2, make it part of your routine. It takes a lot of time to get into a pattern for anything, right? And you're going to see all sorts of things from 21 days to create a habit to whatever. Whatever it is, I think it's pretty individual to different people. And of course, the first couple of weeks are going to be hard. Maybe not. At the very first time or so, you have a honeymoon, and then it gets into that really hard. But the longer you stick to it and make it part of your daily routine, the more likely you are to be consistent. So, you can pair it up with something that you like to do. And that's why we say get a buddy, do it with a friend, make it social, right? Eventually, it will start to become normal, just like brushing your teeth. And another thing is making it part of your routine, schedule it. Don't leave it up to chance. And that's another thing that we do here at Grateful Fitness is you must make a reservation. And once you commit, you don't quit. Especially because being in that small group, people know that if they commit, they're taking a spot away from someone else. So it's actually rude to schedule a spot and be a no-show because now you're taking it away from someone who may have wanted to get there but got closed out. So the next tip is find your reason why. I just gave you 12 reasons why, but what is your reason? Which one of those? Or maybe there's another reason. Maybe you like the social aspect of it, but for many people, an exercise program is about losing weight. And that's not bad because while exercising can help with fitness, true body recomposition, oh Lord. We know that exercising helps with body recomposition, but in order to truly lose weight, there has to be an alteration in your nutrition. So calories matter, right? The number one thing, we're going to get off on a little tangent here. I'm going to give you the 1, 2, 3 important things for losing weight in a very quick nutshell. Number 1, calories matter. Number 2, macronutrients matter and nutrient timing matters. And number 3, exercise matters. And then there's more. And people are like, well, what about supplements? That's a little bit further down the list. So just remember that. Maybe your why is more about becoming healthier or fighting off disease or saving your brain, whatever it is. Or maybe you don't want to miss out on life and watch your family and friends enjoy life while you sit on the sidelines and hold a clipboard. I don't know. It's up to you. For some people, moving the body feels like therapy. I know for me, going downstairs and getting in a workout, for me, is very therapeutic. It's just something I do, 5 days a week. And if I don't want to do it, almost always on Sunday, I don't want to do it. And so I don't. But the rest of the days, I am all about it. And it is therapeutic, But the most important thing is to find your reason why. And then on the hard days, when the last thing you want to do is get to that appointment and do your session, dig into your reason and use it as motivation. All right. Another way to make sure that you stick to it is find your tribe. Okay, so not only do you need a friend, but a tribe is really cool. And like I said, when we get together in our small group semi-private sessions, we actually have created a tribe. And this happened actually inadvertently. But what we found is that when women get together and exercise at a regular time and a regular place, there's an amazing synergy that happens, and it makes everyone want to do better. It makes them want to show up, and it really, they walk out feeling satisfied and accomplished. I have seen it firsthand over the last dozen years, and it's really been an exciting thing to watch. So I just love it. If we could market exercise as well as people market things like pills and this and that, it would be a bestseller, especially as a happiness maker. And so I want you to just remember that, there's a lot of reasons to exercise beyond just looking better. And hey, there's nothing wrong with a better body composition and looking better. And I apologize for the dings on my phone. Why do I always forget to put my phone on silent? Then what happens is I put it on silent the rest of the day and I miss everything. My husband will be like, you didn't pick up your phone. I'm like, oh, sorry, honey. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this talk, and you may want to slow down and listen to it again. And you may want to just bookmark it and listen to it, maybe even on a day when you're on the way to the gym and you don't feel like working out, or when you're just kind of in a slump and you're like, oh, okay, like it might be a gray, dark day like we get a lot of here in Western New York, and you know that you need to get outside and just even move for 10 minutes, you might want to just pop this in and remind yourself of all the wonderful benefits of exercising consistently. So listen, I hope you enjoyed this little pep talk today. And it's been my pleasure to talk to you. I love to talk to you guys. And hopefully, God willing, we'll be back next Tuesday with a new episode here on the Air Hug Community Podcast. Do me a favor, take a screenshot of this and share this with your besties.